Hello, my name is Chang Kim, a research coordinator at the Seoul National University Hospital. In this section, I'm going to talk about the method of data entry and coding for PATOS. Data for PATOS will be entered at this website, epatos.org. When you enter epatos.org in the address bar, you will be first directed to this main page. To log on to this website, you first need to make an ID and password. Click Join to make a new ID and fill out application form. To complete your registration, send us email with your name, affiliation, country, and ID. And we will approve your registration. In case you forgot your ID and password, you can also contact us to retrieve your information. After you log in, you will see a page that looks like this. On the upper right-hand side of the screen, there are 4 tabs: Home, New Case, Subject List, and Statistics. On the study status, you can see the total, weekly, and monthly number of cases entered at its study site. One of the good features of this website is that you can download data for your hospital on real-time basis. This can be done by clicking the left button on the study status and click on report page and download the data in Excel format. One of the best parts about our website is that you can download the most of data of your institute at all times. You can do this simply by clicking the Excel button at the top right hand of the table. To enable communication between the users, we've also added notice, free vote, and Q&A vote. If you have any question during data entry, you can ask them here. To use this board, you can also click Statistics at the top right hand of the page. When you click on the New Case button at the top, you can see this enrollment page where new patients can be enrolled. After entering date of birth and gender, click Save and you will be directed to the demographics page. Note here that case ID is automatically given by the website. This ID will be used to track patient letter or modified data. So, it is important that you match this ID with the registration ID of each patient at the hospital. Keep a record of these links of your convenience. If you ever need to modify data after entering them, click on Subject List at the top of the page, and you will see the complete list of patients that you have entered so far. Write down the case ID in the blank box and click on the search button, and you will be able to see the data of the particular patient. On this page, you can also look at input status by patient and also by section. Clicking on the case ID, you will be directed to the demographics section. If you want to change other sections, click on the name of the section to move to the relevant page. We will now practice entering a new case. click on the New Case button at the top right and enter the patient's date of birth and gender. When entering the date of birth, you can either manually enter number or use drop-down menu. Using the tap button, we also allow you to jump to the next box. After all data is entered, click on the Save button to move to the next page. Under the column on the left-hand side, we have the list of sections for PATOS variables. PATOS variables are composed of a total of 9 sections: demographic, injury epidemiology, pre-hospital care, inter-hospital care, demographic, injury epidemiology, pre-hospital care, inter-hospital transfer, ED and hospital care, injury severity, rehabilitation, outcome, and death certificate. For each section, there are 3 colors of circles in red, yellow, and blue. Red means data has not been entered yet. Yellow means data entry is in progress, and blue means input is now complete. PATOS variables are also divided into 3 types: core, comprehensive, and optional. We have color-coded them for your convenience. If a variable is core, the name of the variable is written on a white background. Comprehensive variables are in gray background, and optional variables are in dark gray colored. One thing to note here is that if you have not entered all core variables, you would not be able to go to the next page. So, it is important for you to enter all core variables in every page. Once you click on the next button, you will now be directed to the next page, where you can enter other variables. From this point, I will focus on variables that need special attention during data entry. In the injury epidemiology section, the first variable which you will be entering is the date and time of injury. The date and time can either be manually entered or you can scroll down the drop-down menu to find the number that you want. This does not just apply to date and time, but also variables like intent and mechanism of injury. It also have drop-down menus. Note that for this type of variable, you can also enter the numeric code for each choice to select one that you want. Variables which can have multiple responses have a square box before each choice. For example, variables like weather and location of injury have a square box beside every choice, and you would be able to check more than one box for these variables. In the injury epidemiology section, the most important variable we need to watch out for is number 26, arrival time. Arrival time asks you to choose one of the following codes. 1. Pre-hospital ambulance transport. 2. Inter-hospital ambulance transport. 3. Pre-hospital transport using other vehicle, non-EMS. 4. Inter-hospital transport using other vehicle, non-EMS. Code number 1 and 2 are for countries. that already have their EMS system established, and 3 and 4 are 4 countries that do not have no or under development EMS system. Depending on the choice you select, you will be directed to different pages. Pre-hospital care or inter-hospital transfer. If you select 1 or 3, will be asked to enter variable under the pre-hospital care section, but not in inter-hospital transfer. Otherwise, if you have entered 2 or 4, you will need to enter variable in the inter-hospital transfer section, but not in pre-hospital care. If you had selected 1 pre-hospital ambulance transfer or 3 pre-hospital transfer using other vehicle, non-EMS, for the variable arrival type, you will be directed to this pre-hospital care page. For variable in this section, there are time variables from call to ambulance arrival at hospital. All time variables need to be entered in the correct time sequence. And if you do not know one, select 9 instead. If a patient has his or her pre-hospital mental status measured, you can select either Glasgow Coma Scale or AV field. If you have information for both types, give preference to GCS and select the value for GCS. If you had entered the arrival type as 2 inter-hospital ambulance transport or 4 inter-hospital transport using other vehicle, non-EMS, when you click next, you will be directed to the inter-hospital transfer page. Unlike pre-hospital care, mental status during inter-hospital transfer will only survey GCS. Next up is ED and hospital care. In this section, we are going to look at variable 66 DOA and 69 ED disposition. If a patient is DOA, ED disposition should also be for dead. If you have checked the patient as DOA but ED disposition is not marked as for dead, we will send you feedback on this. In the same manner, if you mark the ED disposition as dead for non-DOA patient, you will also receive feedback. And at the bottom of the ED and hospital care section, we have 6 additional variables for pediatric patients. Pediatric patients are defined as those under 18 years of age. All pediatric patients should have these variables filled out. Next section is injury severity and outcome, where we enter ICD-10 code and AIS code. We have enabled such a function on the web for both ICD-10 code and AIS. If your country uses ICD-9 instead of ICD-10, you may use such option for ICD-9 on the same page. To enter ICD-10, click on the blank box where you'd like to enter the code, and a new window will pop up. Enter 2 or 3 digit code of ICD-10 and you will see a list of IC10 code that contains the digit you entered. Select one that you want and move on to the next box. All IC10 and AS code should be entered using this pop-up window. The last two sections are rehabilitation and death certificate. All patients who died in emergency room or after admission must have death certificate section filled out. And note that every section we have seen has the comment section at the bottom. You can write your comment on this section, including note tag for variable or something we need to consider during data management. Using this section will allow us to manage the data more clearly. So that was the end of my slide of data entry. If you have any question or comment about the website at any time, feel free to contact the research team or write in the free board, and we will try our best to meet your needs. Thank you for listening. Bye.